Hey guys, welcome to part B, the commentary. Look on the screen. A mother and daughter. Look on the screen. Start with it, I gotta ask ya. They are so mean. Dusty's trying to get at ya. Look on the screen. Look on the screen. Look on the screen. They are so mean. I'm talking about Dusty's. Look on the screen. A mother and daughter. And there are also two other children. So in case you missed it, you didn't look at part A, why are they on the screen?
Oh my God. Bridget Gaither was crossing the street with her 4 children, trying to get away from her significant other when police say he purposely drove right towards them and into the group. It happened Wednesday night at Van Dyke and Stockton on Detroit's east side. Both Bridget and her 15-year-old daughter Brianna hit, rushed to an area hospital, last listed in critical condition.
So she and her 4 children trying to get away from the father, crossing the street, and he drove into them. Why would he do that? Oh, I don't. It's not a rocket science. You know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Trying to kill them. She birthed 4 children for this man, carried the seed of not just poverty D, because if it wasn't poverty D, they wouldn't be walking. Diabolical, deadly, homicidal poverty D. Oh, he loves me, love you to death, literally. Ran into her and what do you think he was trying to do? And then he crashed the vehicle into a building. He turned himself in because he didn't have anywhere else to go. Is my thinking. Not like he did something noble. He popped in one street hots in a cop. And they are in critical condition. They were trying to get away from it. With all this going on, and when times become economically challenged as they are now, oh my gosh, it's going to get worse next year. It is. Hate to tell you. I said we're in a recession. They're not really calling it that. Yo, 2023, not going to be anything nice. The rents are going to increase. It's going to get harder, going to get challenging. These dust buckets are already emotional. Some of these women, not saying her because I don't know her circumstance, but in general, some women have been holding these men down. And when things get harder, more challenging, they can't cope. They're highly emotional. If you are a woman that's holding a man down, you better hope he doesn't become violent. Because some women are not going to be able to hold these dust buckets down. The dust bucket will not be able to cope. Might start using drugs, grab a Coke, and I don't mean Coca-Cola, do something crazy, start getting violent. At least they know if they get caught, they'll get 3 hots in a car. At some point, I'm starting to really believe that some of these guys are committing these crimes on purpose, hoping and wishing, okay, hey, I did this. Now let me go to the police station while I have a place to stay. Seriously, I really and truly believe that. Let me go to the police station and, well, I'm going to go ahead and stay here now. And then did you hear the officer say the look on the children's face? The children saw it.
Wednesday night at Van Dyke and Stockton on Detroit's east side. Both Bridget and her 15-year-old daughter Brianna hit, rushed to an area hospital, last listed in critical condition.
It's a tragic event. It's unfortunate. And he is in custody. So we will be pursuing charges with regard to this case.
After crashing his van into the side of a building and then running away, the suspect turned himself in at a nearby precinct. Family members say Bridget and the kids were walking to a bus stop not far from home, trying to get away from the suspect when he hit them.
Domestic violence is really bad to this degree. To get run over by a vehicle, that's bad.
The other 3 children not hurt physically, but the emotional scars will no doubt last for a long time. And I can tell you, that was absolutely heartbreaking. We saw the youngest children. They are 2 twins. They're twins, 6 years old. We saw them after all this. They had witnessed this, and they were hanging out in a police car for a while. But it was just absolutely tragic. They are actually the children of Bridget and the suspect. So they saw their father run their mother over.
Okay, so she's got 4 children, and so the twins, the 6-year-old twins, those are their children together. So I guess it's safe to assume that this young 15-year-old girl here, and I guess the other child may not be his, but the twins, the twins are theirs. So she doesn't have 4 by him. She has 2 by him. If I said 4 earlier. But the twins, what happened?
Absolutely tragic. They are actually the children of Bridget and the suspect. So they saw their father run their mother over.
They saw their father run their mother over. What did your boy Godfrey say?
Well, what's the point? You're not even getting the point of what I'm talking about. You're getting personal because you're traumatized by the anger of black men.
I don't have a picture of the 6-year-old twins. I'm assuming, let's just say, that they are black. And it doesn't matter. But what he said is true. Traumatized by the anger. If the father's black, yeah, they're traumatized by the anger of a black man. People are losing it. And then part of me thinks it's always been, we're just now, thanks to the internet and television, we're seeing it more. 6-year-old twins, and of course the other child, and don't forget, she's been actually hit too, these two, the mom and the 15-year-old. Who did it? Her man. I am telling you. My best friend's dad is a psychiatrist, and he said there's a lot of mental illness undiagnosed, and I believe it. And then it makes you think about it. 6 years old, they saw their father run over their mother. Behavior is learned. Remember the video I did about the teacher? Young black man said he was talking to the other young black teenagers about committing these crimes. And what did he say? It's the older ones that are telling them, instructing them, programming them on what to do. The evil things that they want to do, not going to do it, but get the young ones to do it. Let me guess. Oh, I bet he lying. I believe him. Why would those kids have a reason to lie? Behavior is learned. So when you hear about them, like a while ago, maybe over 2 years ago, picking up a young black teenager, a gang of black boys, and throwing her in the dumpster, behavior is learned. Dusty Senior, Dusty Junior. That's why I said it would be great if we could get all, especially age-bearing black women, on board. Let's don't have any more kids for the next 5 or 10 years. Please, at least 5 years. Because some of you that's destined to do it. Get to know you. If a man cannot come with a ring and stability, we're not doing it. And even that's no guarantee, but that would at least slow it down. Dusty Senior equals Dusty Junior. Dusty Senior equals Dusty Junior. So they've been traumatized by who? And then you wonder why some of these kids, they want to say, oh, well, this child is not paying attention in class. Well, maybe they're not paying dang attention. It's so much damn trauma at that house. Making me mad. This can't be freaking normal. Maybe that's why they're not paying attention. You don't know what they're exposed to. It's the horror within. The kid can't focus. What's going on in the home? Maybe that's why. He's slow. No, the kid ain't slow. The kid is not living in a normal environment. This cannot be normal. All this dang violence. And then violence in the home, the family members. Your son can't read. That's why any woman, especially a black woman, you're choosing to carry the seed of poverty. Girl, out of first, whatever happened to you, deal with it. I feel for the children. Carry the seed. They're showing you every day. Then you wonder why low test scores. You think? Imagine those kids seeing this. Now, go to school, whatever, first grade or second grade, whatever the deal is, go to school now. They're probably so shocked by it while the teacher is talking and teaching. They could be sitting there in the seat, but mind wandering off. Why? The trauma. You think they're going to have time for counseling? Who's going to take them there? They were trying to get away from this fool, man, walking to the bus stop. You're on that hamster wheel trying to survive. Who's got time for counseling? So you're just supposed to just go ahead and just put your clothes on and go in motion. You may learn something here. You may not. At least it showed up. And then the schools, the community is so damaged, and the parenting is so, they're like challenged as parents can't handle it, but putting kids there. They just pass them on. Then you look up, how the hell is Tyrone 16 and still can't read past Casper the Friendly Ghost? He barely read out the Cat in the Hat book. The violence that the kids see. Supposed to go to school and learn something. Concentrate. So they'll be traumatized by the behavior of their father. That's what they saw their father do. And then you wonder why the youth don't have any conflict resolution skills. Well, that's how daddy handled it. Behaviors learn. Really quick, I grew up, I remember my dad, back in the day, they had the car stereo growing up, and he always listened to the news station, okay? News station. And at the time I didn't know, well, hell, now I know. And it was like KROD, and now the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and the NASDAQ. I remember that as a kid. I didn't know what it was. I just knew when I get in the car with my father, that's what's on. KRLD, and so the NASDAQ, and today the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Behaviors learn. I get up decades later. What do I always do? Squawk box. Financial news. Where I get it from? I get it from my daddy. My father talking to me, telling me different things. And at the time, I was like in junior high. Had no idea, telling me about business. And I just listen. Here's my dad, just listen. Gee, I'm business oriented. Where I get it from my daddy. So when you see these youngsters committing the acts of violence, acting out, cursing out the teachers, just going wild, acting any kind of way like savages, they're getting it from somewhere. Behavior is learned, a product of your environment. A product of your environment. And you wonder why they don't respect women? Again, in closing, what did the children, the 6-year-old twins, because don't forget, the mama's in critical condition, and so the 15-year-old. And there are what? 3 other children. So the set of twins, those two are the kids that they share together. So I'm assuming if the twins saw it, the kids saw it. And she not only saw it, only felt it, but guess what? She was hit by the car too.
It was just absolutely tragic. They are actually the children of Bridget and the suspect. So they saw their father run their mother over.
They saw their father run their mother over, and these men want to holler that the community is not their fault. The hell it is. Not our fault. You got to be kidding me. The women too. You sign up to be an IOD, incubator of destruction. The community is the way it is because of the people. You could give these folk $1 million tomorrow and they're still going to be ratchet. Still going to be ratchet. The community is the way that it is because of the people in it. So this here is just heartbreaking. She's in the hospital. The 50-year-old in the hospital. And he's in jail. So who's taking on the other 3 children? The last 2 are 6 years old. Dusties bring drama and trauma. They bring death. The financial implications. Too much dust in the nation. So I guess if she does work, you probably want to work next week, huh? And I'm sure it's not a good paying job. Because I'm assuming that because maybe you would have a car. So then you'll be falling behind. Maybe you got some sick days, vacation days, maybe not. In the meantime, who's going to take care of the other 3 children? Because she's in the hospital with her mom. Who's going to go ahead and, I guess, the family members? And then we, the taxpayers, we get to pay for, he's already, I'm assuming, part of the $50 billion liability boy club. Yep, the $50 billion, they cost the community $50 billion annually. So he's already, I'm sure, part of the $50 billion liability boys club. And now to compound that, we get to pay for the 3 hots and the cost, the medical care, maybe a psych evaluation. Oh, and don't forget the legal fees. Which is why I say Dusties bring drama, death, and trauma. The financial implications. Ladies, please stop breeding with them. It's too much dust in the nation. Simply said here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and share. Check out our sister channel about those comments. And I'm out.